The most winning deck in Standard this week is a Toxic deck, but it isn't green-white, and it isn't blue-black. It's Bant? Welcome to the Attic Man and Dad here. This is the channel where we play what is good in Magic, mostly on Arena. And if you watch this channel, you know I love a good Toxic deck. I love to just jank people out with the poison. And that's what we're going to do today with Bant Poison. Bant Toxic. Who knew? I mean, it's been kicking around apparently kind of under the radar, but just now it's kind of coming to people's attention. It's had posting the best win rate in Standard, even though it is by far not the most played deck in Standard here as we head into Murders at Karlov Manor. So let's, I don't think Murders at Karlov Manor is going to give us any more Toxic cards. So let's take a look and let's see how the deck performs on the ladder. All right. Deck list will be in the description. Stick around to the very end of the video if you want to see the win rate. You can jump ahead to the gameplay, but I think we might need to talk through this one a little bit to understand it. Of course, we've got Crawling Chorus and Skrelv Defector Might, 4 of those. 4 of Venerated Rotpriest. Rotpriest is really our only green card here, so mana base is going to be interesting. We'll get to that in a second. Rotpriest, of course, works very nicely with March of Swirling Mist. When Rotpriest first came out, there were a lot of combos with Simic, Rotpriest, just getting a bunch of mulligan for your Rotpriest, then be able to target your Rotpriest, multiple Rotpriests, hopefully, with March of Swirling Mist. But this is kind of combining the best of that world with the best of the white Toxic cards. We got 3 of the Jawbone Duelist, 3 of Skrelv's Hive, so we can kind of go in a long game with the Skrelv's Hive. We got a little bit of counterspell interaction with Bring the Ending, so it should be fairly trivial for us to get the 3 poison counters, and then this just becomes a 2-mana hard counterspell, which is fun. We can proliferate our way to win with Experimental Augury. We've got 3 of those, and then Serum Snare, which is kind of like a Fading Hope, but it's got proliferate attached to it as long as we're bouncing something small. So that's interesting to see how that works out. Just 2 of the Annex Sentries, but you know, those are very good at clearing the board and getting a toxic creature down there. And Charge of the Mites, 2 of those as well. Mana base, let's see how many lands we're running. We got 22 lands. Pretty standard here. We got a plains, we got an island, we got no forests. But the original list had 2 Yavimaya Coasts. I don't have the wild cards to craft that, so I just put in Aspara's Headquarters instead. But we do have 4 of the Seed Core, 3 of Mirex. You could probably go up a Mirex if you wanted, because that can also make our little Toxic Mites. And some Adakar Waste, 4 of Seachrome Coast. You'll notice really heavy on the 2 or fewer lands. So it's really like a Toxic Tempo deck. It's kind of combining the best of like blue-white Tempo and blue-green Toxic and mono-white Toxic, all in a big Toxic stew, and we're going to try to poison people out with it. Okay, so I am running a giveaway right now, currently as I record this, so check that out. Giving away packs because we hit 1,000 subscribers. We blew through 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for that, everybody. Let's go and let's see Bant Toxic in action. Bant Toxic. We got our Rotpriest. Snapkeep. Question is, do we play the Crawling Chorus first? Maybe we do. Might even hold the Rotpriest until we can bounce it with the Serum Snare. We'll have to see what we draw. Opponent. Bring the Ending. We've got. Yeah, we'll just hold that Rotpriest. Kapow with the Crawling Chorus. Over to you, opponent. What do they got? Wow, okay. Nothing for us to counterspell. Not surprising on that one. Play the Rotpriest. Cut down. bounce it back to hand. Well, it goes to 4 poison and then 5 poison on turn 3. We're Poison Machine. Bring in the poison. Hard counter with bring in a Preacher of the Schism. That's a bit annoying. Fast turn. Charge of the Mites is not going to get us through that. Maybe if we draw one more creature, we'd be willing to attack into that. Well, Shieldred is a very easy counter. No problem countering that. Serum Snare is nice. You know what? Let's just bounce that because that's a mana value 3 or less. And then we can get in for 2 more poison. And now they're at 8 poison. We can counter when they replay Preacher of the Schism or whatever else. Bob's the uncle. Oh, ouch. I took a damage from that. When it's like, aha, now's my chance to kill the Rotpriest. But the thing is, if you kill the Rotpriest, that still costs you a poison. So they got to kill both the Rotpriest, the Crawling Chorus, and the creature the Crawling Chorus leaves behind. With 4 cards and 2 mana. Could be done. But not by opponent. And Bant Poison wins. Bant Poison. Skrelv's Hive, that'll be interesting to test out. Sparta's headquarters, this is where it gets us, I guess. Guess we'll play the Seed Core here. Draw another Skrelv's Hive. Okay, and we're on the back foot too, looks like against Azorius Humans or Azorius Soldiers. Or a control deck that for some reason plays Lunarch Veteran. There's many Lunarch Veterans. Okay. Well, we don't care about them gaining a lot of life. Yeah, it looks like Azorius Soldiers just with the Lunarch Veterans. But that's fine. Get a Razor Verge Thicket. Play that now while it's untapped. We don't care to attack. Be happy to trade this chorus for one of these other creatures. Opponent is afraid to attack into the chorus. I think that's a huge mistake, opponent. I think that's a good idea. They counterspell the Skrelv's Hive? Yeah. It's okay, we've got another one. Might just cycle this Sparta's headquarters. Not sure what this deck does with too much more mana than 3. Opponent? Fortified Beachhead. Okay, well, we hit another land drop, so let's play Skrelv. Unfortunately, the Yotian Frontliner doesn't let Skrelv do the Skrelvy thing of making something unblockable. They're going to go find a creature. They do get a Harbin. I think we want a Fading Hope that Harbin, but maybe not yet. Cycle. Another Skrelv's Hive. Another Skrelv. Okay. Well... I think we're just gonna all attack here. We've got the 2 seed cores. Got a fading hope if they want to drop a surprise for some reason. Oh, but we can't activate that. Yes, because they don't have the poison. Okay. And it dump on our hand. Now they have the poison. Okay, no, you're tapping this wrong. Let's play another Skrelv. Don't get destroyed by the auto tapper, please. Another counterspell? Ah! Okay. And thinking of going to combat opponent? Haha. Serum Snare is nice. We'll keep that on top. Can't block. What is now rethinking what attacks are? Okay. Take 4. Go to 12. Harbin's back. Opponent gains a bunch of life. We don't care. Let us... Maybe we keep the Serum Snare back, actually. Still got 2 cards in hand. A Virtue of Loyalty. So let's wait and see how they block. If I bounce the knight, are they kind of forced to block? Maybe they are. Well, why did it tap that way? Core. Well, that's fine. They go to 9. Can you lay down enough creatures, opponent? They only need 2 more blockers, and they'll have full blockers. What are you going to do, opponent?
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you.
So they could have the ability to flash in. Nope. Or not. Or they're just making us sweat. Ranking right up here. We ranking it up against Loiser. Kind of sounds like loser. Loiser. Lehoizer, as Jim Carrey would say. Oh, yeah, we can keep this. We're going to play the Rotpriest with the Mirex. I guess on turn 1. If it dies, it dies. If it doesn't die, we might be in good shape. I'll do the Hive. Get that Hive going. What Lehoizer is up to. Oh, mono red. What a shocker. Well, it is a bit rough to try to win with Skrelv's Hive against mono red, but we'll try it. If we can get our creatures life linking fast enough, before we lose too much life off of it. Swift Sphere. Kumano. Usually you would turn one Kumano. I guess they were really worried about that Rotpriest. Elemental Ogre. Man, I am very tempted. To use the blue mana now. Maybe just to find a blue mana. Yeah. We could actually flip their Kumano early. I wonder if that's worth it. Phoenix check, so I'd say it was worth it, kind of. Taking some serious damage. Then we get a Seachrome Coast. That will be a tapped land, so let's forget that for the time being. Attack, get that third poison counter. We're either going to Gancho, Serum Snare, or possibly Charge of the Mites. See what they want to do. We got a Pump Spell. Play with Fire. What do we want to do? We could take that guy out. We just take it. Charge of the Mites. We're going to get a bunch more life off the Mites. Let's deal in another 2 damage. Decisions. I think we'll just channel like Ganjo. Save some damage. It died at Skrelv's Hive. Oh, they had the Monstrous Rage. Oh, well. They certainly got us there. Alright, good game. They baited us. We got baited. Looking to poison a fool. Bant Toxic. Against Sisnot. There are more eloquent ways of saying somebody is not your sister. This is tricky. I guess we got the Seacore. We can play both of these, so seems keepable. But what is Sisnot doing? They're going first and they're red. Well, great. Isn't that just great? The Jawbone Duelist. Probably. Well, they played 2 mountains and they haven't done anything, though? Do I play the Duelist and just eat some removal, or do I think I wait when I can march it, maybe. We'll just play into Experimental Augury here. A 3rd mountain, finally a Storm Seeker, okay. And Rotpriest we can have. I think Rotpriest plus all these March of Swirling Mists is pretty good. We'll just try to win faster than the Stormseeker. Could get dicey here. I'm going to leave the blue open. Let's make green. I'll attack. Enter. Carplucent Forest. Another Stormseeker. Storms have been sought. They're both going to buff up. Okay, they're going to buff each other up. Sure. At least it wasn't Halana and Elena. Okay, they have 1 mana open. No blocks. Are they going to try to do anything? No. Maybe I should have blocked. X equals 3. Those Rotpriest triggers. I don't like how it's pausing there. Opponent's got a, what do they got? Monstrous Rage? Hive Stand, okay. Actually fine. You can easily take 6 there. So, if I play this, I don't get to march. Next Century. At this point, if they remove the Rotpriest, they go to 8. And then I guess we probably just got them with the March if we can remove their blockers. So yeah, let's Sentry, take one of these guys out. Not gonna stop a big Halana and Elena attack. There it is. There they are. They only attack with the 5/6, no blocks. And X equals 1. At 0. I mean, we could do this any number of ways, but we'll just do it like this. And win with the attack, the poison attack. GG's, Cisnot. You got poison snotted. Alright, stick around for win rate stats. Looking to poison some fools with Bant Toxic. Up against Kerchig. Pardon you, Kerchig. Alright, so we've got a Seed Core. Got a Sea Chrome Coast. No green. No Rotpriest. Let's just get the Crawling Chorus down, see how that goes. Commune with spirits. Okay. The Naturalist. I think we're probably just going to want to bounce when they play the Naturalist next turn. Well, let's just attack it. And pass the turn. Now we have some poison to proliferate, which will be nice. Tempo amount. Good that they're playing that on turn 2, so they can't immediately follow up with a another play. We get a Jawbone Duelist. I think I'll play that. They're now at the 3 poison threshold. Kerchig plays Brushland. Jukai, Natural East. And will they follow it up with what? Ossification, of course. Hits the Duelist. Well, let's see. Not hitting our land drops here, so I guess we're just going to Serum Snare and slow him down again. Up to 5 poison they go. Both of our Annex Sentries without a way to cast them. Natural East. Opponent is hitting land drops, unfortunately. They don't care about losing life to Brushland. Okay, Kami of Transience is nice. T-Chrome Coast. What do we take out? I'm inclined to just take out the Naturalist. Slow him down. We can bounce that Kami, or we can Annex Sentry it, depending on what they put down here. Another Naturalist. Restoration of Viganjo. And please attack with your Kami of Transience. Spirited Companion. Yeah. That's annoying. They don't attack. Uh-huh. Well. Next turn they can discard something and bring it back. We don't really want to put any of these in the graveyard. So I guess we're just going to Fading Hope something and bring the ending. What do they discard? They do the Generous Visitor. Back tapped. A Naturalist. I'm going to try to plus up. So we can counter that. I don't. We counter that. Plus up the Spirited Companion. They play the Audacity on their Naturalist. Let's Fading Hope that. Bring the ending, that's fine. Kami of Transience is getting a bit worrisome. Don't like the Companion getting so big either. We can Annex Sentry that Kami. They're out of cards now. Unfortunately, we're kind of running out of options. The opponent is just slow playing us. Not falling for the tempo. And they get a Machiko. You get one good chump out of the Crawling Chorus. We're not worried about them gaining a ton of life, so that's fine. Otawara. Now we can attack with the Seed Core. We can make that a 3/2. That doesn't really get through anything except for Generous Visitor. I think I'm just going to play Otawara because you get another point on March of Swirling Mist. Pass the turn. we'll take the 7 here. The opponent finally decides they can block, or they can attack. I don't like that 1/1 Spirit. That's another blocker. They follow up with a spell. They don't. Okay, so we can March of Swirling Mist for 3. I guess we'll be sad if we draw something else, but we didn't. Their crackback is for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. But if they get any kind of enchantment, they can plus with Generous Visitor. Alright, well, we're just going to go all in, I think. Spin it to win it. Buff this guy up. 7 poison. Basically countering whatever they play here. Audacity. I think that's game though, right? They hit an enchantment. That's 13 damage. See if they realize it. Have they done the math? System message. Better enter maintenance. I guess because they lost the 1/1. They don't actually have lethal. Okay. We go to 5. We're still in it. Experimental Augury. See what we get off the top. Not super helpful. We're just going to submit 1. We would need to like chain into another 2 experimental auguries or something to get the proliferates. So close to proliferating, they're going to ossify whatever one of our guys. Should be the game. If they can attack with enough people, yeah, they can. All right, GG's. On to the next one. Okay, very healthy 60% win rate. What you saw is what we did here. Just 30 minutes, 3 and 2. We were ranking up in platinum against real decks. 33% on the play. I have to think that if we had been on the play more, we actually, or you know, if we'd had better games on the play, we'd actually have a higher win rate. So, yeah, is Bant Poison the real deal? Bant Toxic? Yes, it is. That is my call. Mana Dad from the attic. Reminding you, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Now, watch some other fun videos. Maybe I'll link a toxic video over there, another toxic video. All right. Adios.